Hello and welcome to the Bad Movie Reviews channel, hosted by myself, Ben, and Daniel. Welcome to the new year, 2023, of new beginnings and bigger and better things for this. We're coming to review A Man Called Otto.
Yeah.
New Tom Hanks film. For anyone who doesn't know, it's basically... I try and leave it as basic as possible. It's just about an older man who's pretty much grumpy all the time and meets people along the way. But it's actually it's actually a remake of a foreign film and a foreign book. And obviously they've Hollywoodized it in a way. Got Tom Hanks, biggest moneymaker, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
For that target audience. But yeah, what were your thoughts on the movie?
Look, currently movie of the year, which I expected that you knew that was going to come out of my mouth. As being the
it's been the only film you've watched this year.
2nd of January, yeah, and the only film I have watched this year.
Yeah.
Look, I thoroughly enjoyed this film. It hit me on a lot of different emotional levels. It was fantastic. I definitely thought that Tom Hanks brought his A game, and his character was really brought out quite well in his acting. A lot of the supporting cast too, I thought were excellent. I'm really unfamiliar with kind of all their names because there wasn't really too many.
No, it was very much a small movie. Like your only noticeable person of any note would be Tom Hanks for sure. Yeah,
but I really enjoyed them all. I thought everyone was cast really well for the story that they're trying to tell. I wasn't I kind of expected it to be like kind of on the
lighthearted.
I expected to be a bit lighthearted. I knew there was
Heartwarming.
going to be a little bit of heartwarming. I knew it was going to upset me a little bit, and I thought it did all that fantastically. If this is a movie that carries back, I should say, into 2022 for some of my top movies of the year, not inherently top 10, but top movies of the year. It'd contest. I was the only man in a singlet crying in a cinema. It was it was a great film. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. No, it was great overall. What did you think?
No, I thought it was a really good movie. I thought it felt a bit formulaic at times. Like it was very by the numbers, like a heartwarming, touch on the heartstrings kind of film. Mark Forster, who directed it's also directed Christopher Robin, which was the recent movie, which was a similar film in the way that it stuck at the heart. He's also directed World War Z, very different film.
Wowee.
And The Kite Runner back in the day, which I really loved.
Quantum of Solace.
Yeah, weird
got
catalogue.
he's got
Very vast, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like in terms of the craft of the film, which we talk about quite often, like, the cinema, it was a film.
Yeah.
Like, but the plot was okay. I just felt like it was very much carried by Tom Hanks.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's a very basic plot, but he was really, really good in this film, and he had great chemistry with the whole cast. The girl, what was her name? It's not even here. The supporting actress who's the Mexican woman.
It's Lily, yeah. Oh no.
No. Look, Marisol, who's played by Mariana Trevino. She was really good as well. Who plays his neighbor, and you kind of really almost feel for the character. You obviously starts off with the fact that you don't know much about him apart from the fact that he's just a grumpy old man, really.
Yeah, it's pretty much right.
Which you meet them every second day.
Yep.
But it goes into the backstory of why he's like that. And you can kind of you feel empathy and even sympathy for the character before you obviously see the progression you get there as a character as a whole, but. It is tonally a bit of an odd film at times. Like there is scenes where it really plays on grief, death. It tackles suicidal themes even, and then the next scene you're kind of laughing out loud.
Yeah.
It did it well though in the fact that it didn't really feel like tonally janky in any means. Like it didn't feel like it was just like an attack on your senses.
No, it was very fluent.
It was relatively fluent and definitely got a cry out of me. Like it was an emotional film. But no, I just really enjoyed it. Like it's a basic crowd pleaser, heartwarming kind of movie that'll get the tear ducts sort of streaming. But I don't necessarily think it's anything phenomenally special. It's just I think it's definitely carried by Tom Hanks though. He was really, really good and it's something that we haven't, I guess, he's known as the nice guy, and obviously you've seen him in Elvis, well, I was going to say last year now, Happy New Year, as we said. We saw him in Elvis, which he was kind of a bit of a dick in that, but he's usually always like the nice guy, really, in most films, and he always plays the sweetheart, and it's, I personally think probably his best performance in quite some time that I can really think of.
I agree, next to Pinocchio.
Fuck, don't bring that up. But no, he definitely came to play for this and was really good, and I think it's definitely a film, if you're watching this and you're our age, mid-20s, your mum and dad would probably absolutely relish. Like, it's definitely that kind of film.
Yeah, I feel like if you got any, if you're quite attached to your grandparents too, I think if you're like around our age, I feel like it has a greater impact too, because then you understand a bit of everything.
I think a lot of the themes as well are quite good. Like, obviously, as I said, it dealt with grief, but I think obviously just learning to be a better human, and everyone in there, you kind of almost, as sad as the film is in general, you kind of leave with, a bit of hope for like human race, really, like the humankind. You deal a lot with, there are people out there that'll do anything for each other, even neighbours and stuff like that. And it's a hopeful film in a way, but it is extremely depressing at the same time.
Without a doubt, yeah.
But other than that, that's best film of 2023 so far.
Yep.
The only one we've seen, and that may change in 2 weeks when we see Babylon or Tar or anything like that. But but other than that, very enjoyable movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, enjoyable. I did walk out very depressed and almost blank-faced.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I didn't want to talk for about 5 minutes. Other than that, we'll leave that there. That's our review of A Man Called Otto. Let us know if you've seen it. Let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know if it's your favourite film of 2023 also. I'm sure it is if you're living in Australia. But other than that, comment below, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks, guys.